Okay, so far we good. What's popping with this new moon is that we good and we up. That's what's popping. Okay, so my altar is on, my Palo Santo is burning, my frequency music is on. So let's see what's popping with this new moon in Capricorn. I know I'm uploading it a day later, but listen, I get a pass. And why do I get a pass? Because I'm human. And also because I'm a Cancer. So I'm ruled by the moon. And I just find that on full moons and new moons, I'm out of here, okay? I feel like I need to rest. I need to converse with the moon. She needs to tell me what's up so that I can tell y'all what's up. So I'm gonna tell y'all what's up using the tarot. But first we're gonna burn this Palo Santo just a little bit more. You already see that it's charcoal, but I need the whole stick to be like that. Maybe if I use blue, my blue lighter. Blue for spirituality. Incense, burn your Palo Santo. If you're listening to me while you're working out, meditate a little bit, you know, watch me burn the Palo Santo. Clear your mind, because we about to see what's up. We about to see what's up with this new moon. What is it bringing us? What does it mean? What should we be manifesting? All of that. What's up with this energy, right? What should you be focusing on? Okay, we're gonna use this pink one. I wanted to use the gold one because look at the aesthetic. Look at the aesthetic. But my gold one is kind of like for me, and the pink one is for you guys because I love you guys. Wow, so corny. All right, let's get it popping. These are my cards. I did record a video like this 2 days ago, and I just didn't like the outcome. Oh, I didn't even ask nothing yet. Wow, but I didn't even ask nothing yet, but the tower, there's a tower moment coming in. This one came out, like it just flipped out. Their moment is upright. I feel like that when the tower moment is upright, it's a sudden change that you will be able to manage. It's not a sudden change that's going to throw you off balance, right? It's going to be a change that feels like it's happening for you. Everything in this life is happening for you, but sometimes it feels like it's happening to you. You're like, yo, why is this happening to me? Like a punishment, right? Sometimes when the tower is in reverse, that's what it feels like, right? But when the tower is upright, it's positive changes. It's you are going to be releasing a lot of things. A lot of things are going to be coming to an end, but it's for the better. So let me read what it says, because the cards have meanings, but you saw how I picked it out and I told you the meaning without reading it, right? So it says sudden change, upheaval, chaos, release. What did I say? You releasing, disaster, awakening, revelation. Okay, the numbers 16 and 7. 16 is about change and 7 is about options, like the 7 of Cups. In the card, the 7 of Cups, it talks about having choices. You have options. You have all of the options right in front of you. 7 is also a lucky number. So you have all of these options in front of you. Which one are you going to take? This is also a fire card, so it is very action based. So everything that's coming with this new moon, it's you're going to feel like you're on fire. And I feel like I said that. Well, not that I feel like I said that. I did say that in my last video, that this is a time of pure candela energy, like pure fire on your ass, ponte la pila energy. Look at you right there with the crown on your head. And you went backwards because you said, you know what? I know I'm going to land on like a fluffy cloud. I know I'm gonna be straight. I don't even have to look at where I'm gonna land. I know I'm gonna land good. Okay. Imagine throwing yourself out of a building. Would you throw yourself out of a building backwards? You know how much trust you have to have? You know how much faith you have to have in God to throw yourself out of a building backwards? And look at you right there, throwing yourself out of the building backwards, because you know this tower moment, even though it's chaos, even though it's sudden change, you know it's gonna be good at the end of the day. And that's what's popping with this new moon. But we didn't even hit 10 minutes yet, and it already's telling us. It is already telling us. Oh, and this card just popped out. This card just popped out. I shuffled a little bit. I don't know if y'all heard that, but the Temperance card just popped out. And in my first video on this channel, it's Ponte la Pila energy. And the Temperance card came out. And in that last video, I said, this is where we going to. I said that we were going to the Temperance energy. We were going to go to being an earth angel. That God was preparing us to be an earth angel. Because we were going to understand balance. We were going to understand that everything in this life is happening for us, and we were going to have the highest faith. Not that we were going to, we are going to. We are going to have the highest faith in God. We are jumping out of that tower backwards, crown still on our head, because we know we chosen, okay? We chosen by God, and we're like, okay, so we're going to have faith. We're going to jump out this tower backwards because we know that God got your back. And God is like, you know what? Because you did that, because you have faith in me, because you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to make you an earth angel. I'm going to make you an earth angel. You are my earth angel. You are my chosen one. I am talking to God's chosen ones. I am. And you know how I know? Because I'm one of them. What? That's what's popping with this new moon, is that you have to have faith. You have to jump out of that tower backwards. You have to have faith. If you saw my last video with a slingshot, you had to sit pretty in your slingshot chair, because God is about to propel you to your wildest dreams. And wow, so aligned. What do earth angels? What are earth angels? Fallen angels, right? But what do earth angels do? They fly. If you sit pretty, sit still, patiently, and have faith in God in that slingshot chair, have faith while you're falling backwards out of a tower, you're going to be flying, and you're going to gain temperance. What is temperance? What is the word temperance? Temperament. You have to understand how to manage your temperament, your moods, your attitude, how you move. Move in a balance. Move knowing that God got your back. Move in faith. And this number says yes. I mean, this card says yes. I said number because I looked at the number, but this card says yes. Everything right now might feel like a no, because later when you're an earth angel, when you put full faith in God, it's gonna be a yes. Now, what does this card say? It came out upright. So far we're good. We're upright. We're up. We up, okay? So far we good. What's popping with this new moon is that we good and we up. It says balance, harmony, moderation, heavy moderation, okay? And I say heavy moderation because everything you do must be in moderation. We were sent to this earth to be a balance, everything to be in moderation. That's why you see that people who are 100% vegan cannot be 100% vegan for long. Why? Because you have to live in moderation. You have to live in balance. You cannot do everything 100%. You are not a robot. You are a human. Things are going to fail. You might try to do something 10 times. You might be able to do them 8 times. You might try to get somewhere on time 10 times, promise you 2 times out of those 10 times, you're going to be late. At least by 5 minutes, you're going to be late. Because nothing in this world could be 100%. We are not robots. Even robots. Look at GPT, whatever, however you say it. It's not 100% correct because it was made by us. So we're being sensible. We're being patient. We are patient in our slingshot throne, in our slingshot chair. Please go watch that last video, because you will understand what I'm saying by the slingshot chair. God is pulling us back, or God is setting fire to our house, and we're being called to jump out of that window. But have faith, okay? This is for your own good. This also talks about finding purpose, finding meaning. So reaching this after the new moon, or during the new moon, maybe what's popping with this new moon is that you finally understand what you've been put on this earth to do, or you finally understand what you want to do, or what your talents are. Like for me, I'm recording this right now and I'm like, I feel so called to do tarot readings and to share spiritual messages. And that's just probably my call. That's my calling. I'm not even going to have self-doubt anymore, because I've done this for my friends and family. I've done this for over 10 years. Anything that you feel called to, that gives you excitement, but then when you do it, you have that little bit of self-doubt. Don't listen to the self-doubt. Just do it. Just do it. So the 8 of Swords came out. The 8 of Swords came out. And for some reason, I'm not getting like a... I want to shuffle again. I'm not getting like a meaning from that one. I wasn't getting a meaning from that one. So far we're up. We upright. We're up. We're having faith. We're jumping out the tower. The tower is here. That's what's popping with this new moon. There's a tower moment, but it teaches you to have faith in God. God got your back. And God is like, you know what? Because you trusted me, because you know that I got your back, now I'm making you an earth angel. You're not gonna fall. You're not a fallen angel, my love. You an earth angel. You just gained your wings because you decided to jump out of that tower and be calm and be chill. You didn't crash out about it. You were like, I know that God got my back. And God was like, good job. God is like, yes. Oh my God, she learned so much. She learned so much. Hey, what else is popping for this new moon? What else is popping? What can this collective do to... What can this collective do to help get them to the temperance, right? Because I never said it's going to be easy to have faith. I never said that it's going to be easy to say, wow, a lot of energy, to say that God got my back and have faith, right? Because a lot of people at this time have religious traumas and spiritual traumas, and, you know, everything that's happening in the news, it's just been feeling like, yo, where is God, right? God got your back, though. Okay? Y'all saw that. Look how it came out. Okay? 5 of Swords. Okay? 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. 5 means change. Swords means strife. Swords means conflict. Swords means like disagreements. Swords means communication, but disagreements in those communications. Swords is air. That's why it's communications. Look at the card. It says air. Communication. You're going to be communicating with people. Okay. So the question that I asked that made this pop out is, what can the collective do to help them get to the temperance, to help you get to the patience, to help you get to the balance, to help you get to the harmony, to help you get to being sensible? 5 of Swords came up. You can change, okay? Boom. You can change the way that you communicate. 5 of Swords. 5 is change. Swords is communication. It's talking, right? Because this card, it says disagreements. It says defeat. Okay? You can change the way that you communicate. So I'm seeing that this collective maybe has a blocked throat chakra or has an overactive throat chakra. And if you have an overactive throat chakra, you might put yourself in situations that don't align with you, or you might talk yourself out of your blessings. If you have an underactive or a blocked chakra, you might not ask for what you want in the moment, and then you get frustrated and then you lash out and then you crash out. So this to me is crash out. You'll crash out. I need you to reform that. Reform that. I need you to take your crash out energy, do that inner work to reform it, to change it. There is a way to say things. There is a way to get your way. Just because you are speaking at a higher volume does not mean that that other person can hear you. You're just speaking at a higher volume. I cannot hear you though. Just like music, if I put it at a max volume, you're not going to be able to hear it. All you're going to be hearing is the music being really, really, really loud. You're not going to be able to focus on the lyrics. Work on your communication. Work on how you are communicating things. And differentiate how you communicate to each person. That's another thing. Like I see that my ladies who be asking men for money, okay? That's totally natural for us to ask men for money. But one, there's a time and a place. And there's also a way to do it. So it's not just, yo, can I have $500? Realistically, would you want to give somebody that if they asked you like that? No. Okay, so know your place, know your time, and know how you are delivering things. This is something that I had to learn too. Being from the Bronx, I had to learn how to deliver things, because there's some people who don't understand the accent. They don't understand it. They find it threatening, especially the white people. No tea, no shade, okay? When you try to communicate something to them using that accent, using those words, using that slang, using the demeanors that I'm using, they've never seen it before. So they're shocked. They're like, what is that? So yeah, learn how to code switch. It's not bad. It's actually a sign of high intelligence. Learning how to code switch is a sign of high intelligence. You cannot talk to everybody in the same font, in the same way. If it was reverse, it'd be like, yo, your way of communicating is terrible, and that's why your life is blowing up. But it's upright. So it's like, listen, you need to change the way that you communicate. You have the chance to change the way that you communicate so that you could be able to get to your earth angel, to get to the temperance. This is your key. I know you guys have heard of, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. How are you gonna know people if you don't know how to communicate with them? You want to be a millionaire and you want to have businesses. How how are you going to do that if you do not know how to communicate in a calm, patient manner? That's the earth angel. That's temperance, patience, being sensible. Be sensible. What's sensible? Have common sense. Be smart. Increase your intelligence. Learn people. Learn them, analyze them, observe them. I know a lot of my chosen ones, a lot of my earth angels, we fall into these relationships with narcissists because they love our light. They are moths. They are highly intelligent. super pros at communicating. They know how to twist things. They know how to make you feel like everything is your fault. They know how to make you feel like because it's raining outside, it's your fault. Learn that. Learn the art of how narcissists gaslight. I'm not telling you to go around gaslighting everybody. I'm telling you to learn what your enemy is doing. This is war, pretty much. When they come knocking at your door, you already know how to disengage them. Anything else that we would like to let the collective know? That was a whole trance right there. Like, that was a whole message for whoever it was who was watching my video and was like, I don't need to change anything. I don't need to change. This just came out. Death card. I knew it. I need to put on some lip gloss. Hold on. And I just flipped the cards over and it's the world. Hold on. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it because I said anything else and the universe was like, yeah, actually, matter of fact. So hold on. Lip gloss time. Okay. One thing about me. Okay. I feel like me and the realm of the dead have always been like this. Okay. Sorry to anybody who that scares. Okay. But we got the death card. And I love the death card because it has my favorite number, the 13. The 13. I have a lot of favorite numbers. You will see that. 7 is my favorite number. It's my life path number. But 13 because I've always felt connected to being a witch. The death card, without even looking at what it means. Without even looking at it. It's endings. Your whole cycle, God is like, yo, pack it up. Pack it up. Death to the old version of you. Death to it. Death to the old version of you. Okay, never fear this card. Because when this card comes out, my love, that means that you about to be so up. And all of these cards, I don't know if y'all seeing it, upright, 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 upright. We're up. When the death is up, it's about to be a good time. That's what's popping with this new moon. It's about to be a good time. You are about to be up as soon as you let God have your back while you falling out that tower. Let God do what she got to do. Let her do what she got to do. Let Sky Mommy and Sky Daddy do what they got to do so that you can be transformed. That's why you're jumping out this tower. Your old self is jumping out that tower. Unfortunately, your old self is going to have to die. But that's why you turn into an earth angel. Look how beautiful. Look at how beautiful. You turn into an earth angel. But what do you need to complete this? Right? There's one more card that's going to complete the whole thing. You need to learn how to communicate. You need to reform that. That whole crash out stuff, death to that. That's why the death came out after this card. You need to kill that. It ain't cute. It's not cute. It will never be cute. It won't be cute in business meetings. It won't be cute when you are married to your husband or your wife. It won't be cute when you are trying to discipline your kids. You have to learn how to reform your communication styles. Learn the art of communication. Learn that, okay? That is the key to this. That's the key. Kill the crash out. Kill the, oh, I just speak this way, and if you don't like how I speak, then you can blah, 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 blah. Kill that. Dead it. Because it's not cute, and it will never be cute. I don't care how old you are. And once you do that, my love, you will have the world in your hands. I couldn't even scream right now because I was so speechless. You will have the world in your hands. And what is the world? Your world. This will open so many doors. Oh my God. Having the gift of chat. That's what I call it. I have the gift of chat. Having the gift of chat, knowing how to chat people up, knowing how to communicate, will open so many doors for you. will open the world. It will give you the world. Okay? Because ask and ye shall receive. That dog barking, that was a yes. Okay? You are going to receive the world. All you have to do is kill death to your last communication style. Death to how you are communicating right now. Increase your intelligence and you will reach this. That's what's up with this new moon energy. That is where we are going by the next full moon. Oh my God. And it is so aligned because by the next full moon, we are going to finally complete the snake year. It completes February 16th. So by the next full moon, we're going to be in the horse year. So girl, ya tú sabes, ponte la pila because we need to get to this. So I advise you to get on to this ASAP. So the 5 of Swords, ASAP. Start learning about communication styles ASAP. Start reading books out loud. I need y'all to read books out loud. Talk to yourself out loud. Learn how to speak to people. Learn how to negotiate. Okay, that's even advice for me. You are going to have the world in your hand. Look at you, free. Titties out. Free, okay? So it says, yes, completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, arriving, okay? All you have to do is master this. If you feel like you're going to get triggered, if you feel like you're going to crash out, remember, the world is yours. But only if you pass this test. So yeah, that's what's popping with this new moon. That's the energy it's bringing in. I'm going to go over the cards real quick. Again, the first one we have was the Tower upright. The next card out is the Temperance. Once you finish falling from that tower, God is going to make you an earth angel because you are going to die from that tower. From falling from that tower, you are going to die. You are going to experience a spiritual death and a spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is that you are going to gain knowledge and wisdom through the 5 of Swords. That is your key. That is what's going to unlock the world. Let Sky Mommy and Sky Daddy take the wheel, okay? Because they got your back. Anyway, have a beautiful new moon. All right, you already know I always keep it truthful because this is Veratus. Bye.